Greetings, ladies and gents, and welcome back to Sonic 3 on Knuckles, and we are at Sandopolis Zone.
The worst zone.
I always like this zone for some reason.
The first act of this zone isn't all that bad, but the second act can drag if you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, I think the overall zone just drags, and it also doesn't help that I'm not really a fan of desert.
I can appreciate desert themes when they're done nice. Like when they're done well, but it's just that I think Jerome, honestly, I think we just got Mario fatigue. We're so used to seeing Mario deserts that we just think every desert level sucks now.
And now whenever you go into those super rings, whatever they're called, you get 50 rings instead.
Yeah, enough to turn you to hypersonic, which Jerome won't show off.
Also, the game still shares like palettes, and for that, like whenever the hyper ring appears, it causes the HUD, the heads-up display to like flash colors.
I gotta look at that again because I didn't see that. I gotta look again.
It might happen. I think it should happen maybe in the zone. I'm not sure. Fuck.
Oh, were you trying to get up to the platform?
Yeah, I went a little too fast.
If you could use hypersonic here, you would be able to double jump, but
like right there.
Oh yeah, I noticed. See? Yeah, you're right. I noticed the yellow around Sonic's name was glowing. Sorry. I always get scared around these crushers though when I'm in the sand because I always feel like I'm gonna move too slow and I'm gonna get crushed.
Well, fuck. You don't want to fall too low with the quicksand because it actually does eventually lead to a pit, so be careful.
And what killed you there?
The spikes. The spikes were just coming out of the ground.
Ah, okay.
Every now and then, this game will catch you off guard. Simply because it takes only 2 hits for Sonic to die, unless he gets a.
Unless he can collect his rings back from the first initial hit.
Yeah. To be honest, I'm more likely to die to a random crush than death via lock of rings.
I never really liked going up these platforms.
Yeah.
Because usually, when I was a kid, I was always messed them up and end up landing on the sand and just falling right back down. Sonic, try to remember how to repel.
Rings.
I always think that there's supposed to be a secret ring there, but then I always remember it's just a ring box.
Down. I always check behind those.
Pushing the blocks always it always felt like a pace breaker to me.
Well, you don't really have to be honest. You could just jump over them and fall down.
Yeah, but it makes it easier if you push the blocks.
I think they're. What the fuck?
You just clip. Yeah, you just clip through the platform.
You were going too fast.
Yeah, you gotta slow down, Jerome.
I was falling too fast.
Remember, in Sonic, you gotta go moderately comfortable.
Yeah, you gotta go relatively quick.
I think this is boss time now.
That quickly?
No, not yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think it was that fast. Otherwise people wouldn't be bitching about Sandopolis that much if it was that quick.
But you do see a lot of those sections a lot. For that, that's what kind of makes the game feel like it's dragging.
Oh well, this zone anyways.
Ooh, a water shield. They'll keep me cool.
Poor Tails. He doesn't get the water shield.
Well, he's invincible. He doesn't need anything like that.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if Tails?
He got up there.
Could you imagine if Tails could actually steal your power-ups from you if he got to them first?
Then I probably would turn Tails off because that's annoying.
right when you're about to get that bubble shield in that underwater segment, he just comes out of nowhere and takes it.
You could. I could give you this bubble shield and you wouldn't die, but.
But you see, I'm invincible. So then why do you need it? Well, you see, I want to look invincible. I want to be invincible and look in style.
Yeah. You know, sometimes you gotta make sacrifices, Sonic, for your friend. You gotta make some sacrifices.
And let this be known that the Sonic universe has inverted sand.
Yeah, or
I was like sure how that works.
it doesn't.
It doesn't.
It's just there.
The sand exists, and therefore it is. Those enemies like built inside the rocks always made me laugh when I was younger because they just had those 2 bulging eyes poking out of the rock.
The only threat they have is the fact that they can push you around, but you can just spin dash.
You know what they always made me think of? They always made me think of a badnik that actually got a rock dropped on top of them, and they're just trying to get out of it. It's not just being a dick by blowing them up.
It kind of reminded me of Rock Kirby for some reason.
I don't see it.
It's the sort of thing like when I see them, right, I just reminded of the Rock Kirby transformation.
This is it.
Whatever, I guess.
There we go. Finally, it's boss time.
Are you gonna go Hypersonic?
There's really no reason to for this boss.
Yeah, this boss is like, yeah. I mean, besides getting it done slightly, and by slightly I mean like by a second. There's really no point.
But there's always a reason to break the game.
Why would I break the game that's already easy enough as it is?
All you really gotta do is just go to the left and just wait.
There's two ways you can beat him. Either you keep knocking him back like this,
or you just go all the way to the left, wait for him to come to you, and then just knock him into the pit.
You know, this boss always reminded me of Altered Beast for some reason.
And also, this same boss comes back in Sonic Adventure 2.
A lot bigger though.
And potentially more threatening, but not by much.
Well, at least that one has a chance of hitting you.
Yeah. Well, most bosses in like the 2D Sonic games are kind of worthless.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of an actual, like, besides maybe the Sonic Rush games, because while they're still easy, they're at least visually entertaining. I can't really think of many bosses in the 2D Sonics that are actually legitimately good. Huh, Tails got scored the last hit, not bad. I think he's trying to do that thing again. Well, never mind.
So now you got through Act 1, time to do Act 2.
The worst half of the zone.
Time to go inside the pyramid.
And Sonic and Tails just faded out of existence, faded back in.
And now it's time for the segment that people actually dislike the most. I kind of like it.
I like the...
When you know...
Like I said, it's not that bad when you know what you're doing. And personally, I kind of do like the atmosphere of the second half of the second act versus the first half. It's just that as a kid, I always got stuck in this place, especially during that one section where you endlessly loop if you don't jump onto the next slide.
I was about to mention that is probably that's probably the Sonic and Knuckles version to that Carnival Night segment.
Yeah, because like I remember as a kid, I got stuck. I actually got a few game timeouts because of that, because I had no idea what I was supposed to do.
But I have to say though, visually, I really like this area. Like visually.
Yeah, that's what I said. I personally think aesthetically, this looks nicer than the first act.
Like the background in this area looks really nice.
This is the segment.
Yeah, it's right here.
I'm doing this on purpose because you can actually get a ring here. So you fall down here, reset the pattern.
Yeah, and for those people who don't know, if you could notice how when you hit certain switches, the lights will go back on. If you take too long to get those lights to come back on, yeah, like Jerome just demonstrated there, if you turn the lights back on, those ghosts disappear. However, if you wait too long in between turning on the lights, then eventually the ghosts have three basically phases. The first phase where they're just tiny little white sheets. The second time when they grow hands, and then there's the third phase where they grow devil horns. And at that point, they'll start attacking Sonic.
Didn't Ice Cap Zone also have an infinite loop thing as well?
Yes, it did.
Did it?
Yes, it did. It did. It's very similar to this section, but to be honest, both.
Oh wait, yeah, you're talking. Oh yeah, I know which one you're talking about now.
But plus one for both those segments because you can actually figure out how to get out of them much easier compared to that barrel.
Very true.
Yeah.
Although I am nervous around those little bars that you have to open and close because those could potentially crush you.
Yeah, if you're too slow going through them, they can crush you.
It's a funny thing though, in Mario games, I'm not afraid of getting crushed. In this game, in Sonic games.
Well, usually the only things in Mario games that really crush you are usually just like are things that are made specifically to crush Mario. Like I can't really think of many situations where he can get crushed by like geometry and stuff like that.
In Sonic's case, they tend to be really fast-moving things, or at least in Sandalphon's case, those things that are slowly closing. And if you take too long, they can actually kill you for being too slow. So, yeah, just be careful. Also, this segment here, it is one of the more boring parts.
It's also one of the most glitchy areas in the game, I believe, because you
Yes.
can actually have the sand. You can actually have the sand not raise you up and go above you.
Yes, I've had that happen before, and I had to use the ghost to kill me to reset myself to go to the last checkpoint. So, can I get to the speed shoes? Nope.
Well, you possibly could have done it, but you would have had a really short time frame to get back out.
Yeah.
I wouldn't really be able to take much advantage of it.
And how did you die there?
Really?
You got crushed.
Yeah, I'm thrown off.
Yeah, I have to admit that was a case of bullshit.
Okay, well, what happened is that when Sonic curls into a ball, his hitbox is technically smaller.
So then his
So,
hitbox changes size when he goes back to normal.
Yeah, so when he lands, his hitbox extends. So there's a good chance for you to fall into certain crevices and just get crushed as a result.
Oh, hang on, guys. Give me a minute. I'll be right back.
But yeah, this is Sandopolis Zone. Yeah, I can see why people don't like this.
I think I did the segment at least twice, but that's about it. But it's not that bad. It's just you don't have too much pressure, but so your platforming skills is good enough, of course. But oh, there you go, and I got it. Not that I'll be able to get much advantage out of it because
yeah, tight quarters. If anything, I think it's more of a detriment over here.
Okay, let's not do that again. Okay, there. The funny thing is, if Tails were to jump into that same spot, he would not get crushed.
Well, Tails is immortal.
No, I mean like if you were playing as Tails, he won't get crushed by that.
Is it because the hitbox is smaller or something?
Yeah, yes, his hitbox is smaller.
I actually didn't know that.
Like I said, for some, like the hitboxes are actually to the shape of the character, because you know how in some games, how like usually there's like a little bit of leeway for those characters, like a solid object could be like right on top of their heads, like clipping through their hat, like Mario for example, and it won't crush him.
Yeah.
The hitbox is actually smaller for Mario, but Sonic is like to the pixel.
It's a bit weird, but cause like I would assume they would reuse the hitboxes for Sonic for Tails and Knuckles, but I guess they didn't.
No. I mean, I think Knuckles can fall into the same, can get victimized just like Sonic. But Tails is usually fine for the most part. Alright, I think I'm in the halfway point.
Okay, that went on for a while.
Well, it's a little more speedy from here on. Except for one puzzle segment, that's it. Which is right here, actually. I think it's like right after this this platforming part.
Hopefully the time doesn't run out for the ghosts to go crazy.
They're really not that threatening, but they are relentless. I'm putting that much confidence into my time. Yeah, that was the puzzle segment, but I figured it out already.
Ah, okay.
Because I know how it works.
Well, you reached a checkpoint at least. Are you gonna do the minigame?
Yeah, why not? Not that the boss is all that difficult either.
Add 20 more lives to your 47.
Actually, the funny thing is that those ring spheres that you can collect, the value actually goes up higher the more you collect them.
Ah, okay.
In this minigame only, though. So the last one was 10. This one is 20. The next one will be 40, I think. Yeah. Okay, 8 to 125. 80 to 225. I don't know math. Yeah.
And you reached the end.
Okay, I'm back.
I love that bonus level.
I can never get that style of bonus level done. I always lose immediately.
So okay, are you gonna use Supersonic to cheese this boss at least?
Maybe.
Jerome, there's no maybe. It's a yes or no question.
No, it doesn't look like it will. I might bore you guys.
It's not that you're boring us. It's just that.
Fuck.
Like at this point, I would probably use hypersonic.
But he's dead now.
You know, for something that you get as an unlockable, you're not showing it off like at all.
Yeah.
Because I don't need to.
Well, it would have
Well,
helped a
make
bit, you know.
For what?
We could have finished the video at 15 minutes.
Well, you could have finished, instead of taking 1 minute, you could have finished it in 15 seconds.
Well, maybe you'll see it in the next part in Lava Reef. See you next part.